Okay, now what? We have all this information in hand. What do we do? How do we cope? Where can we go? The levels of anxiety keep rising by the hour. Good morning. This is Coffee Break with Ninita. Let's continue pulling ourselves from the coronavirus darkness. This is a daily meeting with you to brainstorm. Okay, this is where I want you to follow me, in that imagination. Think of a quilt. What is a quilt? A quilt is a blanket that is made out of square pieces of different fabrics that are sewed together, stitched together to create the blanket. Well, if we have this in mind and see all the information that daily come to us concerning the coronavirus, information that are rather dark, worrying, upsetting, depressing. What we see today is that all these pieces of information, or for our example, the pieces of fabric, are stitched together with anxiety, worrying, depression, sadness, this kind of thread. Not only we have the information, but also the thread that connects the information that makes things more complicated. Here is what I want us to do today. I want us to use a different thread to apply and stitch on top of the thread that already exists. And I want this kind of thread to be the one showing, the one blocking the other thread. And what this thread is, well, I want this thread to be made out of, I want this thread to be our love, compassion, caring for each other, faith to God, praying, staying in touch with each other, not isolating, continuing communicating with each other through the internet, attending through the internet church services, because one of the best threads that we can use to stitch the pieces, I don't have to convince you, you already know what I'm going to say, is our faith. And we need exactly that thread to be on top, connecting the information that is given to us daily. By having this kind of attitude and determination, along with reminding ourselves, that can be additional thread under the faith, not over the faith, of keeping sanitizing by washing our hands regularly for 20 seconds. And like I said yesterday, using as a way to know how long 20 seconds period is, the Lord's Prayer. or another prayer of your choice that is long. Drinking regularly hot beverages and keeping our contacts with each other mostly through the internet, but staying in touch. Why? Well, like I said, the thread that is connecting this information that is given to us is anxiety, is stress, is worrying, is sadness. And really, we don't want to let that thread stand out. It won't help. What will help us tremendously is by stitching those pieces with our own thread that we bring from our hearts and from our souls. The thread of faith, the thread of love, the thread of compassion, reaching out each other, whether it is sharing things we have plenty, or sharing love and caring and a good word to each other. Now you might say, okay, Ninita, and that will make things better. Well, trust me, it will. One of the things that I grew up with that stayed with me forever was the following saying, that joys that are shared with each other become double, but sorrows and worries, our sorrows, our worries, when we share them with each other, they reduce to half. So stay well, keep praying, making sure that the final stitch that connects the pieces that stands out is the thread of faith, of trusting God. God bless you. Until tomorrow, we meet again, God willing.